Alright, my art cam is setting, it just wants to be a butt. Either that or Streamlabs is going to be a butt. One of the two are being extremely derriere-like. So, I'm giving up on that. And we're just going to make do with my whatever this camera is, whatever you're seeing me through. That's the camera. It's a Logitech. It's a high-def Logitech. It's good enough for a backup. I've got a couple hours left to finish these props and then hopefully get a good night's sleep because we have a long drive tomorrow. And you know, we're going to be going to all these places to shoot all these amazing things, and hopefully our props hold up. So let's get you guys. That's not going to work. Get you guys in a position where you can see what I'm working on, which is right here, and all these wires. Nope, and all these wires. Okay, closer. Let's see. Where can I put you? Maybe over here. How much can you see there? Not enough. But you don't need to see my beautiful face so much as my beautiful props. Alright, so last we left off, I was making these very odd-shaped tennis balls, and in case you didn't know, these are for a special effects where we're going to be using these as like voxel, like video gamey guns. And so the idea is all this green will be replaced with some cool effect, like so it'll look like they're holographic. Hey Damon. Hey the fucker. You think I'm cursed? You caught 2 streams live, both times feed crashed right as I joined. Well, I'm back. It's midnight here, on my way to bed, but looking forward to the YouTube vid. Hope things go smoothly for you tonight. Thanks. And Sigrid, good morning. I am not ready for my trip, but I'm a lot closer than I was. I've been spending a lot of time on it. So actually this is the thing I want to work on real quick first. This is the alien artifact that we get that transports us to the dimension where we have to fight space invaders. And as I suspected, the hot glue is not doing a good job holding this little dingle in place. So I'm going to fix that by actually just going to preemptively do it on all of them. There's another place too, right? Yeah, here. Okay. Sorry if that was particularly annoyingly loud. Okay, I've got nails. I can just super glue these bad boys into place. Oops, super glue, that's a good thing to bring on our trip. Got itty bitty nails. I'm really looking forward to finding the locations that will work for the script that I wrote. I'm fairly confident, because we're traveling to so many different places, that we will be able to find ones that suit the needs of the action we're going to be doing. The most risky one is for the grand finale. I really need a place that's got a cliff, like the lip of a cliff that we could jump off of. So it needs to be not too tall, and then we'll make it look much taller, probably by cutting in footage of a taller part of the cliff. And so we need to jump off, and then I've got my shield down, and there's a space invader that I'm like knocking to the ground, and so we're flying down and then we hit the ground. So it needs to have a cliff, we jump off, a bottom of the cliff with the cliff wall next to us. Oh, and there also needs to be something to like duck and hide behind at the top of the cliff. So there's like 3 different elements we need for that shot. So that is the one I'm most worried about not finding. Alright, let's get our thingy thing like so. And then, let's see. These guys should hopefully just pop right off. Wow. That was a no joke pop. And it did not seal very well, so I didn't get the nice finish I was hoping for. I wonder how well I can just scrape it. Yeah, if I would have had time, I could have done a test to try to get it to make sure I was using the right materials to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, but that obviously did not happen. Actually, I wonder if I used the little round cap on the eyes, then I could, bless me, that could obscure the haziness of it. Let me try that real quick. Yeah, I suppose I could. I could also paint it blue. I have a blue stained glass style paint. Actually, I have a spray. I also have a brush on. I'm going to try the brush on first. It's essentially the more opaque. Well, I mean, I don't want it to be totally transparent, because then you'll see the... Let me get it closer so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. See how it's kind of, the silver is hazy and blends into the glass part of it? That is what I do not want. First 2 came off so easy, and the second 2 are being problematic. Okay. Grab that glue real quick. In theory. Alrighty. AJ Baki, hello. Welcome to the last stream before the break. This is definitely the last stream because I am going to be on the road again. Doopy 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 doopy. On the road again. As soon as I wake up tomorrow morning. Pack as much of the car as we can tonight. Take off as soon as we can tomorrow. I hope to be down in Vancouver to take my dad out to lunch for Father's Day. And then, since I'm taking my dad out, and I'm going to have my son, I figure my son, you know, I'll pay for my dad, and my son should pay for me. And since I'm paying for my dad, my son will pay for both. I think that's the fair way to do it. AJ, you're going to be so bored on Sundays and Wednesday evenings. Just specifically those times, though, right? The rest of the time, you're going to be riding flaming unicorns through castle walls. I'm guessing. I'm assuming. Trying to think what weapon you would be wielding. I'd say maybe you'd have some kind of cat launcher. Of course, your cats would be in chainmail, so they wouldn't get hurt. It would just bounce off of whatever foe you may have. Okay, let's see. So this stuff usually takes about half an hour-ish to dry, but I have it in there really deep, so I'll try to get more of it out. Although I still want it to be a pretty even coat, otherwise it gets really like cloudy, like light in some areas and dark in others, and that's not a very good high-tech look. And this device is clearly very high-tech. It's got a spinning light after all. Riding a fire unicorn shooting cats at people. Yes. No, Charlie! Come on, Charlie! We're gonna go to... Where do they go? Like a candy cane mountain or something? Nope. Oh. That's the opposite of what I was trying to do. I was trying to not turn it into a giant mess. Oh well. Just have to work with giant mess. Okay. And My glue gun heating up. Okay. So now I should be able to peel paint off. Oh wait, actually, I was thinking it might be a good idea to do my aging before I peel the paint off, or the painter's tape off. That way I can grunge it up towards the edges. A magic penguin agrees that Charlie should come on. Shun the non-believer? Who's the non-believer? Where is my black? Here. And the cheap old brush. That's probably overdoing it. Yeah, I'll go with this guy. Just need to be pretty fast and sloppy right now. Don't have time for anything better than fast and sloppy. Yeah, if I had time, I'd do like a whole fancy rust treatment or whatever on it, but I don't. And plus, I mean, it's supposed to be a super cheesy looking prop anyway. That is the theme. Oh yeah, look, speaking of which, here's the map that we're going to follow to find the relic. This is the map that I buy at the gift shop. And it's going to look like this, you know, this part of Nevada, because New Mexico, because we're going to be in Roswell. But then you turn it over and there's the actual map, and it just looks like some kid made it. So it's going to be awesome. Shane did the map for me. The silver paint is making the weathering that I'm putting pool up in funny ways. But I'm not going to complain. It'll be whatever it'll be. On the plus side, it makes it so brush strokes don't show up at all. Now that I see the light in there, you can kind of see. You can kind of see little places where this silver paint has holes, and so you can see the light coming through the silver, which is not what I wanted. Oh, actually, I could fix that really easily right here, right now, by just making this part opaque. Duh. Let's see. Quick. What is the fastest opaque? Oh, you know what the fastest way to make something opaque? Tape. Do. AJ Baki says, my phone tricked me into letting it update. Oh no! David says, oh, I remember. I'm working on a wooden spoon for my dad made from some lightning-struck walnut. It's a year on the ground, and I figured it plenty dry. However, it started to crack a bit. Any food-safe things I could shore it up with before it gets worse? It's a spoon. I mean, I would assume, because I see wooden utensils out there in existence, that there has to be some kind of food safe varnish or enamel or something. But yeah, I don't have any experience with that. It is an assumption, and my assumptions tend to almost always be wrong. So sorry, I probably just ruined the universe for you by assuming that. I'm sure there would have been had I not said anything. Cutting tape while wearing rubber gloves is super not fun, for the record. Which will probably come as a huge surprise to you all. Let's see if you can see. If I hold it up like that, can you see where the light is coming through? There you go. Yeah, you can see the little bluish pinpricks that aren't the big blue circles. Those are what I'm trying to get rid of. And I should just bite the bullet and take off these stupid gloves. But I'm so close to being done with the tape, and then I would be wasting gloves. I hate wasting. Ah! I'm gonna end up tearing them anyway, and then the whole frustration will have been for naught. N-A-U-G-H-T. Looks like paint would have been an easier way to go. Bluish pinpricks add character? Yeah, I mean, I guess all mistakes add character of some sort or another. It's like, I want this prop to be bad and cheesy on my terms. You know? I want to sing that I Did It My Way song about this prop. Alright. Did you know that alien portal devices are usually made by Glad? Not always, but usually. Much better. Okay. Looks terribly good. Alright. Peel the tape off. Damon says, haven't Googled yet, been so busy I just figured to ask in case you had the random knowledge to bestow. Sadly, I do not. Googled it and found an answer. PVA glues. Really? And the general consensus is that most epoxies are food safe once fully and wholly cured. Yeah. I could see that. I'll get some Tight Bond and use that. Probably only hairline cracks. Sub? Where's the sub? We got a sub? I missed it? I totally missed it. I need to make sure my headphones are in so I don't miss this sort of thing. Shouldn't I see a message? Did like a zombie come up there and everything? Or are you just excited about getting a sandwich at Subway Sandwiches? There was a message and zombie and musical trill. Okay. Did it say who? I would like to say who. I would like to announce to the world my thanks, and specifically the person who subbed. Let's see. I'm sure it says on. Let's see. Try my dashboard. My subscribers. Let's see. 6-7, the Fokker. 6-7, 6-7, 6-4. According to this, I have 10 subs, and the Fokker was the last one. Maybe it takes a little while to update, or maybe the message or the system malfunctioned. That's weird. Wait a minute, I don't hear anything. Is there no music playing? Oh, the music paused. That's weird. You just had to hear me heavily breathing through my nose the whole time. And all those super annoying mouth smacks that I make before I start talking. God, those annoy me. I edit them out of my edited videos whenever I can, but oh my gosh, it's so annoying. I get it from my dad. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for giving me an annoying mouth smack sound before I say things. I wonder if they make a card for that for Father's Day. I hope so. Alright. Where's the scene? It seems to be here. Ta-da. A little bit of the black seeped through. It's not a big deal because I want the glass to be a little grungy as well. Do I just have the music stopping now? What's going on? EJ Baki says, your dad was here yesterday and today demolishing the yard. We have to get rid of all the plants to prepare it for a nice, easy to maintain yard just in time for me to move. Nest in there so this won't keep jostling around. Alright. How's that looking, alien artifacty or what? Just got out of, you know, dollar store bits and bobs, model parts I've collected over the years, and literal garbage. Question is, do I put these on before it's done drying? Actually, I'm going to try that, and if it leaks out a little bit, it's fine. It will probably glue the thing down. Let's put some super glue on there. Where did I hide my super glue from myself? Go away. Okay, I'll use this super glue. Damien says, pish posh landscape maintenance is easy if you do it a bit every day. And AJ Baki says you can come do it then. Good idea. Rewind about 8 years when I had my company still, and I'd be happy to. Wouldn't it be nice if we could rewind time at will? How fun would that be? Need a little more dabbing up here. Don't want actual drip marks. I wish my little spinny light had a slower setting. Kind of, when I think of alien artifacts, I think of like slow pulsing, like whoa, 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 whoa. But this was the one that was like $7, so this is the one I got. No, I think it was, maybe it was 7. It might have also been 4. One thing I'm sure is that it costs some amount of money. Okay, now I'm going to use a little more opaque paint around the base of those. You don't want to rewind. You like, let's see, I like where I am in life, but I wouldn't mind fast forwarding to when I'm a billionaire author. But would you really savor it then?
Going.
Pretty good.
Are you done with the models yet, or?
Nope, haven't got to those yet. Finishing up the artifact.
I'm kind of scared. Where's the camera?
Right there, you can start packing it up if you want. I decided not to work for the stream today.
Okay, so there's no streaming right now?
I'm just streaming through that camera.
Oh. Thumbs up. No SD cards in here?
Yep.
Are you going to wipe all the SD cards today?
Yeah, I got most of them done.
Yeah. So, after you're done with this, we need to pack up next stuff, right?
Yeah.
Also, time range?
No idea.
Yeah.
Never know when it might turn into a surprise all-nighter. Whee! We're going to be driving right by Burning Man, turns out. Not while it's actually going, but... There's a geyser called Fly Geyser. Just about 10 or 15 miles from there. It looks like a super cool spot to film some alien shooting action. "98 degrees, eh? That doesn't sound fun. Although, you know, I'm going to be right there in it. We're going to be driving through Death Valley next week, so... Seeing how far I can push, kind of a going in by hand and aging areas. I'm just putting this very opaque black paint specifically over all the little dots where the illusion of metal is ruined by the light shining through. This is one of those things where I could save a lot of time by just painting the one, third of it that will actually be on camera. Because, I'm going to be picking it up, holding it, looking at it. But, it would be fairly easy to position it in such a way that it's always got the camera-friendly side facing the camera. But what I've learned from my little bit of experience doing, film projects is that there's so many logistics going on. Just having the camera set up, making sure there aren't like tourists standing around gawking at you, making sure the park ranger isn't mad at you, making sure your costume's right, and then also trying to deliver lines. Like, there's so many things you have to hold in your brain that the added stress of also trying to make your prop look as good as possible in the moment is just one too many things. When you have to be location scout, director, producer, stunt coordinator, etc., etc. Letha, you want to go to Yellowstone? Nothing about Yellowstone interests me. I've never been terribly captivated by North American animals. So like seeing bison or wolves or whatever, it's just kind of okay. And then like the geyser's the only thing I think would be cool, but it's also like just so roped off and so many tourists and stuff. I don't think I would really enjoy it. Like if I was driving through there already, I would definitely stop there, but yeah, it's just not like a destination I care about. Okay. So the other thing I need to... Oh, almost forgot about this guy. And I managed to leave my glue gun on long enough that the battery died on it. Excellent. Alright. Time to pick a favorite side. Let's see, so this side, I think, yeah, this side has the broken up band on it. I think this is going to be the beauty angle. Got that cooking. I'm going to need to clear all this off to do the next thing I need to do. Let's start on that. Yellowstone is huge. So much you can go to and not be in the touristy part. Well, right, but I mean the most dramatic elements are going to be covered in tourists, and the rest is just kind of like woods and a few mountains, and it's like, well, I'm already surrounded by that stuff where I live. I don't know. I'd have to see some pretty dramatic pictures that I have not seen yet to convince me. I could be convinced. I just haven't seen them yet. Hey, Sir Midos is now following. Thank you, Sir Midos. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, let me get my face in here. Thank you so much. I like to be followed. Especially by, suspicious clerks at Target. Okay, let's see. That goes right there. I think. Yeah. Oh, but I want to make sure I need to center it kind of above this element. But I didn't really space these little tape parts out very well. So you know what? 0.001% of the people who watch it are going to notice it. And of those who do notice, 0.001% will care. trick is to make yourself one of the 99.9999%. Hot glue will probably do the trick, but can't hurt to double down with some super glue back there. There's still silver paint coming off on this. Son of a booger. I'm going to attack these areas where silver is still getting on my fingers, because that's going to be super annoying. I guess the drips. I put the paint on pretty darn heavy. I don't think the drips had. I guess 2 days isn't enough. But okay. Here we go. I think we're in good shape. Ideally, those blue parts will dry out and become translucent, but not totally transparent. Come on. Heck. There you are. That's like the coolest gift I've ever given myself, was attaching this paper roll hardware to the table. One thing I need to try real quick to see if it works. I failed to get spray adhesive. I swear I've bought it twice now, and somehow it just always disappears. Oh wait, what is that? Craft Bond spray adhesive. All I had to do was stop looking. I don't know if this is clear or not. I need something that is clear. Purple Dragon, hello. You're waving softly, like, eh. You're gonna lurk while you play D&D? Cool. Any lurking is great for me. Okay, so I wish I had this in blue. Translucent blue. That would make my life a million times easier. They did not have it. So I thought, hey, what if I just get the blue that I want? and attach it. Probably won't work. Because I think this material is specifically designed to have stuff not stick to it. But we're about to find out. I have crappy paper laying around. I wish well, I guess I could, no, I can't uncrumple that. Alright, fine. Uses: great for adhering and mounting lightweight materials such as fabrics, cork, leather, metal, canvas, paper, plastics, foam, rubber, foils, blah, 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 blah. Fast tack, good. Water resistant, good. Permanent or temporary bond, weird. Preparation: shake can, okay. Protect from overspray, okay. Dried adhesive will remain slightly tacky. That's tacky. Point and spray, opening away, 6 to 8 inches. Even coat. Turn the can upside down and spray a short jet of clear gas after completing a job. Okay. Allow to dry 3 to 5 minutes before joining. Okay. I'm gonna actually spray this in my spray booth real quick. Real quick-ish. Okay, I'll let that sit for a moment. And while that is sitting, 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to see about the best way to go about getting this in here. It's got to be fast because I do not have a ton of time. So it would definitely be easiest to put it on the outside, but the outside is going to, let's see, why do I not want it to be on the outside? An essay by Joshua Foreman. The reason I do not want it to be on the outside is because I am color picking this green in the video to replace it with a special effect, and this perturbs that color. So I'll have way more like bright highlights and just weird anomalies. Yes. Okay. Needed to say it out loud to make sure I was still thinking about this properly. Unfortunately, putting it on the inside I think is going to be considerably more challenging. Firstly, because it's quite organic in there. Like, see how organic that is in all the not good ways. So however I do it, it's gonna have to thread in and around a lot of awkward shapes. So I'm just gonna take a stab at one size and then see if I can just cut it to shape. Oh, and that reminds me, that's going to take time, which means I should be charging the other battery for my glue gun. the best way to get this in and unroll it. Looks like either way, it's just that's too wide. Regardless. And you know what? I think I'd rather err on the side of too thin than too wide, because this stuff is intended mostly to just make it so that our, you know, what you see through the weapon, which in this case will be our arm, and in the case of the shield will be, you know, our body or face or whatever when we hold it up. Let's see, I hold it up like this. Can you see my face? Yeah. Right, so it'll have some kind of effect over it. So, to give it that kind of video game shield feeling. Okay. So this is definitely fitting better. And I could glue it. And the flatter it is, the better, but it's not stiff enough to kind of stay flat on its own, unfortunately. Looks like I can make it even thinner still. Josh Foreman, I could dye it. I don't think dye would stick to this, although that did just give me the idea of trying my blue. It's many years old, so it probably won't work, but I do have blue. Oh wait, I still have this stuff. Probably don't have enough. I mean, I have 2 shields and 2 guns. I don't think I've got enough of that. Let me try something on just a little piece. One sec. Oh wow, I think we may have a winner with this, assuming it holds up long enough to paint all of it. But that's pretty much exactly what I wanted, so cool. I'm gonna let it dry and make sure it doesn't like peel or flake if the stuff bends at all, but that's a good thing. Okay, here's my glue test. Let's try that real quick. One of the cool things about this is that it has a pearlescent look to it, like it changes its color a little bit depending on the angle. You see it? Let's see, does that show through here? Let's put this up next to a normal piece. How different does that look? A little bit. show my face through it. It definitely obscures what you see through it more. How does that compare to this? Oh wow. Can't see through that. Guess you can. I don't know, maybe just not doing anything on it is fine. You know what? Given the time constraints, I'm gonna go with just plain. Just plain. Okay. Serena got engaged. That was fast. That's in true homeschooler fashion. You gotta marry your first love. Well, tell her congratulations for me. Oh man, it'd be so great if I had a blue pen instead of a black pen in case. You know what? Blue pens exist. I'll be right back. Well, this is one of the cheesiest blue pens there are, but it works. So let's go up to here, probably about that far. Let's see, so all the places that are making it kind of bend a little bit, put out pieces here. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, this is going to be really difficult on the fourth one of these. Aletha, what is Serena's fiance's name? And more importantly, why didn't she ask me for permission before she got engaged? Doesn't she know it's traditional to ask your oldest male cousin for permission before you get engaged? Nope, that didn't. I got this frost stain on there, you can see, from spraying the super cold canned air to dry the hot glue faster. Oh no, it looks like it's just condensation. Alright, good. We'll be fine. It'll all be fine, guys. Calm down. Alright, how's this look? Yeah. So again, you have to imagine everything that's green is just like a glowing, pulsing, holograph looking lines. And then you see the hand through it. And it looks cool like that. Let's see. Aletha says, Ryan, I met him once. He seems nice, except he doesn't play Guild Wars 2. What? Oh my god. I'll ask her why she didn't ask your permission. There was one guy she went out with a while back who would have mysteriously disappeared if things had gone farther. I have a nice big backyard for reasons. I see. Okay, so it wasn't her first. That's good. Yeah, nice big backyards are perfect for when you need to teach your future brother-in-law how to feed plants with his bodily remains. Don't touch that part of the glue gun, guys. Pro tip. Hot pro tip. sometimes drops of glue just have to go in all the wrong directions. The other thing I need to remember is to find a way to attach a hook onto somewhere on here so that I can easily attach them to our backpacks, since we're going to be hiking all over the place with these things. I don't want to be carrying them. Somehow I keep making it just like a centimeter too short. Serena wants to know if she has your permission. Read The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. Was it good? I mean, I'll have to think about whether or not she has permission. I've never met the guy. So how can I possibly know if he can juggle 5 chainsaws while balancing on a unicycle? I mean, assuming he can do that, then sure, it's fine. This is one of those processes that would be a lot cooler with 3 or 4 hands. Also, this goes out too far. How good is the Exacto at slicing this? Let's find out, shall we? It's alright. Oh, interesting. This stuff melts under the nozzle of the glue gun, which I'm sure is making wonderful fumes for my brain, but it also makes it so I can kind of shape it to the organic shape in here much easier. That's cool. Yeah, it was good. It was interesting to get a sneak peek into how she thought and things, but sad that she's gone. I skipped all the actual diary entries, though. Just a bunch of silly teen in love poetry. Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. But yeah, I do think that behind the scenes stuff sounds interesting. Okay. Let's see these guys. Probably do a curve around, maybe? Is that a bad idea? It's probably a bad idea. since this is kind of, you're going to see the gun a lot from this angle, where we're like shooting towards the camera. I think that having it on this part, it won't make sense to have it one direction or another, so I'm going to double it up, which will also help to obscure kind of the weird geometry inside of there. Definitely going to be leaning hard on the effects that we're going to be plastering over the green parts of these weapons to cover a lot of seams and hot glue and hot mess. I have this shaped perfectly in one of the directions that I can no longer figure out. So you can see I crisscrossed it there, so it goes in both directions. Sounding like really bad music right here. This is what happens when you download YouTube free music without listening to it. You just try to guess based on genre and title. Oh. Aletha says, I like the other stuff though, where she was writing like it was a biography and telling about working on the Star Wars set and how being Princess Leia affected her and a fling with Harrison Ford. Scandalous. Okay, it's 11 o'clock now. Let's see how long it takes me to do half of this gun, so I'll have a good idea for how long it will take me to finish the other one. Looking forward to seeing how I get this fourth and final segment on this gun tip, because I don't have the foggiest idea how I'm going to do that. should really bring you guys over my shoulder. I don't think you're getting to see really what I'm doing very well. I keep deluding myself into thinking that, well, almost done, so... But it is absolutely a delusion. This piece is not long enough. Let's see if I can bring you guys over here. Oh, hey, just so happens that I have a camera mount right there. Maybe I should use it. Okay, now I'm freaked out. The microwave started itself and it wouldn't turn off, so I unplugged it. But I think I'm going to smash it with a hammer too. Well, that is freaky. How old is the microwave? Is it like getting to that age where it's time to be put out to pasture anyway? Oh, I didn't want to do that. Darn it. I just cut a longer piece specifically. Maybe that one can go here. Guess this tricky one I can do by sticking it in this way. Okay. You know what? It doesn't really need to be exactly like the others. Probably overthinking it. Got it as a wedding gift, so 18 years old? Wow. I was planning to get a new one anyway. Well, actually, Janae was going to give me one, but now I'll need one sooner. Yeah, microwaves are pretty darn cheap nowadays. What if I just positioned it as well as I can? Obviously, this corner is being ridiculous. Yeah. Time to go to bed. Alright, yeah, have a good night, Aletha. Thanks. If I never hear from you again, the microwave got you. Okay. Keep that in mind. And I will not buy your used microwave from a shady microwave dealer who approaches me in a dark alley and opens his trench coat and has your possessed microwave in it. Let's see, if I do this half, cut it in half, will that be good size? Could be a fun story. Yeah, I mean, possessed artifacts always find ways to just keep haunting people, so. wonder if I'm always going to do this to myself. If I can never just like have a fun, relaxing trip, because I'm always going to be thinking of how to get maximum value from it by doing weird art projects. Part of me envies those non-creative types who are just like, I'm gonna go sit on the beach all day, do nothing. I don't know, maybe creative people can do that, but my impression of people who do that is that they're probably not super creative. Magic Penguin says, I'm creative while I sit on the beach sipping martinis, or whatever 007 does. Quite possible. But I mean, in general, penguins spend all of their lives on a beach or around a beach, so I imagine any creative penguin would naturally be on the beach, even magical ones. I hope that blue dries. We'll see. Not actually wide enough at all. Nope. Okay, so do I take a different tack with this one and just do individual panels, or do I still try to thread it through? And I do have the ability to push it into place from behind most of the way. No, don't collapse. Stay. Ow, ow, ow. All right, time is 11:30. Okay, it took me half an hour to do half of this gun. Does that mean it will take me an hour to do the next gun, or will I innovate a faster method? I think one thing that has maybe changed a little bit is how desperate I am to finish this quickly. So it's quite possible that this could go faster. Time will tell. I'm ready to start making faster, more impulsive moves and just suffering the consequence if it turns out to be wobbly or sloppier than I hoped. Darkwing Angel, hello. What you doing up so late? This is much later than normal, isn't it? Yes. Well, you guess we'll be going then. You just got here. Just got here. Must go faster. Faster. Can is out of coldness. Let me grab another one. Ah. Everything's falling apart. I get so clumsy when I'm tired. So tired. God, I feel like this is going to turn into another all-nighter. That's going to be terrible. I've got to drive all day tomorrow. Pro tip, don't stay up all night the night before you're going to go on a road trip. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Josh, I've always been taught since a young child that if you're going to drive all day, you should stay up all night the night before. Because it makes it way more fun. I don't know, I'll probably still have fun. I stayed up almost all night on, let's see, Thursday night, and still had a pretty good Friday. We've got, let's see, how many stops tomorrow? We've got a stop in Vancouver to visit my folks, have lunch with my dad for Father's Day, and then we've got a stop called, let's see, the Red Wall? I think it's called the Red Wall. It's a rock cliff formation in Central Oregon, and then another half an hour down into Bend, Oregon, where I will visit with a friend of mine who lives down there. And then another hour down to a volcano called, What is that volcano called? I don't know. Can't remember now. And then from there, like I want to say it's a 2-hour drive down to a little motel we're going to be staying at, which is not far from Crater Lake, which is going to be our next day's adventure. So it's going to be a busy day, that's for sure. Usually when things are busy, I don't notice how dead exhausted I am. Usually. What is that little hopping bug? Pretty sure it wasn't a flea, but it disturbs me that it hopped. Oops. Alright, let's see if I do the tip of this thing. It's gonna be something like this. No, wait. Come this way. Oh, so close. other way. It seems excessively in cut.
looking at me that way, making me crazy, yeah, driving me insane. I wanna reach out and pull you through. I'd be yours forever if you want me to, because I want you. Well, I've been obsessive and I've been naive, yeah. I built it up and now I cannot breathe. I may be crazy, but I still believe it's not wrong to want you. Not 'cause we're lonely, because you want me to. Time will tell if you're only a dream. If not, then why don't you come up to me? Tell me your story, I will believe.
Wrong button. Control Z. Look what I've been sitting on for the past 15 minutes. It hurt. I'm gonna totally crack up if when we're filming in Death Valley, it's like 120 degrees or whatever, if the hot glue starts melting while we're using our props. I mean, I'll crack up and cry, of course. I'm just gonna say good enough. I'm gonna stop looking at it. That's the secret. I just gotta stop looking at it at some point. Say, yeah, it's whatever. Ow, ow, ow. Burning hot. Hey, hon, did you know it's really late?
Yeah, the car is, every door and thing is open. Is that for a reason?
No, I swear I closed them. Would you mind starting it? Wow. I saw the doors open on the car and was like, I gotta close those. And then my memory is telling me that I did. Yeah.
You're almost done?
I don't know. Got one gun done.
Let me see. Does that be that fancy?
The idea is several hours work right now saves us 50 hours later going in by hand and adding effects between those things. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because this will be glowing and effects particles, whatever, will be coming off of it.
And the green screen won't show, right?
Well, the green screen will be replaced with cool effects.
I thought I was getting more into Escape from Tarkov, but nope. I just spawned all of a sudden. I was reloading my gun and decided that some guys came in with a shotgun and killed me. I was all geared too. I was like, I'm gonna be geared this time because I'm gonna try. And
That's what you get for trying.
yeah, I'm no longer ever gonna try in my life. Can I just pack my stuff right now and your stuff? Like I'll do it as even as possible.
No, I need to see everything and confirm it and check it off my list.
What time will that be, do you think?
I'm done with this. Could be an hour, could be 2 hours.
Fun.
Worst case scenario, we gotta get up earlier tomorrow and do it.
What?
Said worst case scenario, we have to get up earlier tomorrow to do our packing. always seems like I need to do this one shorter, and then every time I end up doing it shorter, it ends up coming up short. So confused. It feels like the whole way down this needs to be thinner. We have achieved close enough status. Oh, almost close enough status. Yeah, when the hot glue hits this plastic, it just doubles down on how it was curled from the factory.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Where are the fingernail clippers?
I haven't moved them as far as I know, unless I put some in my little box thingy. trip on this guy. And then, boy, I sure hope the shields go faster. I think they will. So let's see. If I recall, I started this new gun right around 11:30, and so let's see. It's 12:12 now, so it's been about 45 minutes. Last one, so it took me half an hour to do half of one. So probably took a little over an hour for the first one. So I'd say it got marginally faster, but not a ton. I'll bet if I did a third one, I would stumble across the technique that I need to really do it fast. Find a spot and stick. better part of valor is to just cut this in half. I'll do that. Okay. Now I don't need to worry about lining up. Here's the part where you meet the quirky character to join your party in a JRPG. Dead. So close. Oh man, Mr. Beck is not happy. Highlighter pin cap has run away. Hopefully not forever. Okay. I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna call it done. Seal. Oops. Okay. Well, I didn't look, but I did touch, and this whole thing flopped away. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay. Now I'm not going to look at it anymore. And let's, could we conceivably cover the whole thing with one sheet? Oh, no. Maybe do 2 and a third, probably. Okay, so. Just right around here. Magic Penguin says, oh, never mind. Magic Penguin said that 8.5 hours ago. It looked new to me. Alright. Oh, this one. How's it looking? Pretty decent. Need to be a little more aggressive about that bump and about this one. So I think if I just pin the corners really well. Found the cap. Hooray. Alright, the shield's going so much faster than the guns. That was fun. I mean, for a generic trap beat. Really cool frost on the tip of that thing. Frosted tip. Hashtag frosted tip. Looks good. All right. Final piece. Oh, pretty soon I'm going to be getting Europeans and Australians joining the stream on a delightful Sunday morning. wonder how many glue sticks I've gone through on this project. I feel like it's probably been 40. This idle speculation has been brought to you by glue sticks. Also brought to you by 1 a.m. Last piece, last piece, last piece. messed up on this cut just a little bit because I wasn't taking the time to use a thingy. What are those thingies called? I'll let you get the angle, right? Wasn't using one of them. Okay, it's possible that this is done. It's possible. Yep. That'll do the trick. Okay. Okay, you guys. I think this is it. I think I'm toast for the day. Oh, man. I still have to do all my packing, preparing. I still have 3/4 of the trip to get the itinerary planned out. Man, getting this once in a lifetime commission, I can never remember that word, getting this once in a lifetime commission really messed up my once in a lifetime trip. My son hopefully is graduating high school only once, and it sure would have been nice to have had the time to plan the trip exactly as I wanted, but man, every spare minute had to go into doing that commission, and it was like, if that commission was for anyone else in the world, it would not, well, could have been one other person in the world that I would have done it for, but yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Don't want to forget my light. When we find the relic in the movie, see, I gotta get batteries in here. When we find the relic, it's glowing, and so I wanna emphasize the glow on this with my face. How many hours of sleep do you think you'll get? I feel lucky if I'll end up with 4, but my guess is closer to 2 or 3. Let's see. Is there something else I wanted to do? I wanted to turn this on one last time. Take a picture of it for Instagram because I'm trying to train myself. Always take pictures of work in progress stuff and post it on Instagram. So that is what I shall do. Actually, I should do a video. I've never done a video before. And this, after all, has a fun moving light, so. That is what I shall do. Right here, right now. Yes. I won't do it on stream. I will do it as soon as I stop the stream, which will be now. But right now I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to say, well, Sigrid, Sigridic, I can't believe that you've been semi-hanging out this long. Thanks. Yeah, so I will see you guys sometime after the 4th of July. I'm guessing probably the weekend after the 4th of July, which is like the 7th or 8th or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm calling it. Yeah, everyone watching, just Sigrid, okay. Everyone watching on YouTube, why did you watch this thing? You're insane. This has been almost 4 hours. Hopefully you were doing something like cooking or cleaning or playing Dungeons and Dragons or swimming with sharks or skydiving or naked bungee jumping or okay, I ran out of things. So I know I can tell how tired I am by a nonsensical list that I can compose in my head, and since I only got to like 4 or 5, it means that my exhaustion level is at a 4 or a 5 out of 87.3. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys later. I have to stop. Oh look, here's my mouse over here to make the stopping happen. Okay, I need this. This is the mouse that is gonna stop. It's just gonna stop it all. Okay, I love you guys. Bye. See you in a couple weeks. Bye bye.